pretty muddy in that mid-range.
The Strat is just Strat. Strat just does the Strat thing.
Let's do some more mids.
It does. No, I agree.
We're up and running.
What's that? We got good headphones in the back.
Well, do you want to do headphones out of the mixer?
Well, let me just change the input. Hopefully we should be good. They should be able to see you soon. Everything is really quiet.
Is it because of going in that board? Is that part of it? Well, you're going into the board from there. Where are you going, Dylan? Into the little board and then the iridium?
No, the iridium. That's just from basically me going into the board into the iridium. So it'd be no different like if we had just a pedal going into the iridium.
See how we can hear the yes.
Yeah.
But they're picking up vocals, right?
Just
Yeah.
a little bit. That guy's cranked.
Oh, how do we make this different than last week?
It's really not. That's the frustration. Why would there be hiss and why wouldn't the
We're not live,
levels
are we?
be correct? Yeah.
F.A.Q. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know if you can hear guitars or not. But welcome, and we'll stay live for as long as we can. There's a pretty good storm going on outside. If you can hear me at all, I don't know. So if you guys have any questions, let's start out with questions while we're trying to still figure out this part, because I don't know if we can hear guitar stuff.
Cranked a lot of stuff. So now they can hear you talking at the very least. Everyone says live, louder now, yay.
Can you guys hear the guitar at all? No?
I'm not sure yet.
There's a delay, so we're not gonna find out. But
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Yeah, there's like 3 seconds of delay.
Get your guitars now. Your voices.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like we're up
Yeah, I
and
don't hear
running,
that
right?
hiss anymore. So.
Yeah,
Still hear
all
the
good.
hiss? No. Okay. All right.
There's
Jarrell says no hiss.
what says no hits?
He said that he doesn't hear any hiss.
See, I can get like it's coming through that, but I don't know why we're not getting a lot of it. But it's good that there's no hits.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
No hiss. That's all good. All right. So, like I said, welcome everybody. Dylan's going to check out some stuff, whatever he's doing. Do you guys have any questions to start off the FAQ? We're going to try to test some pedals if we can. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to try to see what we could do. We have some stuff from Wren Cuff, and we'll get to that in a minute once Dylan gets done doing what he's trying to do over there. But let's see. You guys have any questions for? You got any questions for me? Please, somebody ask something. Something that's very involved. So it took me a long time to answer. Anybody? Anyone? Anybody? Moderator? If not, I'm just gonna play this Burgundy Mist Strat.
That was the question. What color is it?
Oh, is that the question? Sweet. So we just got this in. This is a Vintera Series 60s Strat in Burgundy Mist. So I hope it comes through. It kind of looks like a blueberry smoothie with like 2 strawberries in it, if that makes any sense. It's a super cool color. I mean, it looks really kind of cool. Almost plumish. So, what do I call it? Blueberry mist? Something like that? No. Burgundy mist. That's what I said. There's too much just sensory overload going on over here. But it's really cool. It's got the S1 switch in it. It's definitely got all Strat all day. The Van of Doom. The Van of Doom is making progress. This week I got a new side door, and I got a new hood, and I got 2 new seats that I bought from a dude up in the mountains somewhere. And then I also got some interior insulation, so the thing rattles like mad. So I had to get some sound deadening panels. So I got those, and then I got some insulation for the roof. So it's coming along. The next week, I'm hoping within the next week or so, I can start kind of just getting some of that stuff in there to keep the sound down. And then I got to work on getting the rest of the paint off of it. And then it's going to be out to get painted. So I'm hoping by the end of the month, if it's possible. So that's where we are with that.
Give me a little live guitar.
Little live guitar. Can I get a little more talent in the monitor there, please?
It's coming real buzzy.
This thing sounds all Strat all day. It's pretty awesome, I'd say.
It's all on one side too.
That's the only thing that's actually showing what we're doing now.
How you guys doing over there?
Not great.
Not great? Okay.
Why would it? No?
Yeah, we've been having some issues, obviously. One of these days, we're totally going to nail this thing down, though. We're going to do it.
You can hear it decently through there. Do we just want to forget about that and just like play it out like it comes to the bows well enough? Because it doesn't sound terrible. It's not going to be as.
Yeah, we can at least get going. We could do it that way.
Yeah, it's-
Just for now, I think we're going to have to do a little bit more super
I'm
testing.
just trying to think because they have the.
Incognito test. What we need to do is an incognito live test and invite a couple. Can we do that? Is that even a thing?
No.
You can't do that? Can't have a
it's
private
not
live
goes
deal?
to everybody.
Yeah, you can't go live without it being live for everybody. So
Ah,
that's what I'm saying. There's no way to. We can't
Bah.
pretend that we're doing this. Yeah. I'm trying to think. It's all on one side, which means there's a TRS problem going on.
I made this mono, so now it's all together.
Oh, it is?
These guys come together, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any other questions while we're finishing up all this
Yeah, you'll
stuff?
definitely get better audio with you right now.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to hear it.
I mean, in terms of-
Yeah.
What do we even have anybody?
Yeah, we got
Okay.
6, 7 people.
Sweet. We had like 30 and they were like, "Chew, I'm out of here."
See, it still sounds all kind of weird and
It
nothing
does.
sounds
Something's
right.
something's goofy.
You know what? We only need that for audio. We don't need that to be run out of that. So
Because that's just the one.
why don't? Yeah, well, I was gonna say, why don't we just do 2 headphone outs for both of these directly into that? That way we get the audio from that, and then just run the audio directly to. Well, we're still doing that already, though, aren't we? Can't do. I can't figure this out.
It's all right. Let's just do what we got. Let's just do what we're doing. See if we get some questions. We'll hang out. We'll play a little bit. Maybe we won't test anything until we get the proper capabilities.
Well, that part of it, I think, is still working. Actually, if you want to hit that pedal and see real quick, just to make sure that that's live. Jake, you want to hit the pedal?
Sorry.
No, you good.
I'm just trying to make sure
Yeah.
everything's okay.
This is all sorts of clustering.
Yeah, so that's live.
Now that's the J Masic.
No, right now it's the Ram's head, I think, like grid.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, so that portion's working.
All right.
Yeah, we got to try pie with
Oh, tripod.
with
Okay.
everything at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Try pie. Everything 1 o'clock.
Let's see.
Dot on.
I feel like I just do creams that you've been doing.
Yeah. What happened?
It's not so hot together.
Oh, no?
No,
Okay.
sorry.
It's all good.
So we got to figure out how to get this thing to
So
work.
I think, okay,
so we
this
can
is
play
it.
together.
I think I figured out the problem. We need an interface with more than one input, more than 2 inputs, because we basically are limited right now to how many inputs we can do through the interface. And I think the only way we're going to be able to squash it correctly is if, like, the Iridiums have their own inputs, the mic has its own input.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll start
That's what we
looking
got.
into
We
that
got
part.
the other mixer we can try.
No, not the mixer. I'm saying we need an interface that has
Oh, I see what you're saying.
more
Okay.
than 2 inputs.
Well,
so
then we'll look at that.
yeah, because I think that's going to be the only way we can get it crunched down enough to sound good.
Well, and if we had outs that were better coming out.
Right.
Cool.
Okay.
right.
Well, you want
So you got any questions? Anybody got any questions for us? Sorry, we're trying to figure it out as we go along here.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much normal for how we do. You know, anybody that's been here for long enough knows. That's how we kind of roll. It's very professional.
Yeah. High quality.
He's got another LPD order coming.
What's that?
Ben Coombs.
Oh,
He's got
sweet.
another LPD order coming.
Nice. I got to get a hold of Lawrence myself for some stuff. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we don't have any questions, I guess, do you want to plug into the pedal, or how do you want to?
yeah, let's.
I
plug
feel like
in
I'm all
that-
thrown now. So.
Yeah, everything seems to be like way thrown off.
So we basically
But it's
just-
all right. So we're building out the back area. It's in production.
Yes.
So we're trying to get a space. So basically, what we're doing. Anybody that's been at the shop, if you've been here, if you haven't been here, this is the front section. We do have another back area back there. We had one area that we're basically kind of clearing out of all the guitars and basses, and we're going to set that area up as a place that we could just have all our stuff set, and that all we really need to do is just kind of turn the camera on and we could go for it. So
Without having this set up.
because basically what happens is, you know, the shop is open until 4 and then we close. Well, if anybody's kind of hanging out longer, it shortens the time to get everything kind of set. We're still fumbling about with getting some of this together. So we're trying to eliminate that so we can just get turned on and go
with decent
and jam
sound.
and have the sound right for your listening pleasure. Right? So that's kind of where we're trying to get to with it. So
Okay.
just so you guys know.
All right, so I guess we could demo the grid. Maybe I'll go to the back that gain off. There we go.
All right, so which one are we demoing?
We're gonna go to the grid.
All right, so what we're doing is we're trying out Wren Cuff Pedals. So that's what we're messing around with right now. Jake is doing the
Switching.
all the switching bits. So is that it? That's on. That's on. I'm like you. What's that?
It doesn't come through as well. It makes me just want to grab one of those mics and maybe grab that.
And just let it, yeah.
Yeah, because that coming through the back end of that, it's.
Okay. See, well, that's what I don't understand. Because like, if you have the iridium going right into the interface, it sounds great.
Right.
But it's like as soon as we add this mixing stuff, everything starts going wrong. So, I mean, should we just roll with the one iridium right into the interface then? One mic, one iridium right into the interface, and just forget about the second iridium right now. I mean, in terms of better sound quality. Okay, let's just do that, and we'll just switch the cable.
Does anybody even care anymore? Is anybody even watching still?
Yeah.
Like, by now I'd have turned off. I'd have been like, yep, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm just saying, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
We've got Brian saying, "What's up, Ike and Dylan? I'm changing strings and lurking right now."
Oh,
Okay.
what's up, dude? Good.
And then Terry's GG&G says, "Good evening, Flipsiders and others."
What's happening, Terry?
Hey, Terry.
So we get a couple people watching, but
Okay.
yeah, just mess around with it as is.
Well, that around, that's what I'm saying. Let's just go direct into the interface with the iridium. So just bypass the mixer.
Okay.
Because the mic
do his then.
yeah.
Just
So
to make it,
yeah,
let's just make it easy, because that's the green one right there,
yeah, green right into the mixer.
and then we're done.
I think that's just gonna be easier.
I could still mess around this way because it goes in there, right?
Yeah, I don't know how. We'll see how that comes through. But we can just switch back and forth with the cable. And I have no out though.
So,
Watch what happens when we get 15 minutes to set this.
I mentioned it earlier.
But it's like when we have 15 minutes to set this up in between, it's just this isn't.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not, we got to figure out a better program. So, but there's nothing we can do now unless we cut the stream off and call it a day. So, if you guys want to ask us any questions, let's do that. And then we'll figure out how to make this better for next time. Yes?
Yep.
So, that's all we could do for right now.
John Harden says, "I got my pickup. Thanks, man."
Awesome,
good.
awesome. Glad to dig it. Did you get it installed yet?
Find out in 3 to 5 seconds.
3 to 5 seconds, yes. This guitar is pretty nice. This feels very, very nice.
He says, "Not yet." He didn't get it.
Not yet? Alright.
Yeah, I mean, it could sound worse,
Okay.
but.
It could sound worse. We could have a better, we could have a worse show. Right, we could have a worse show, which is totally possible. Hey, at least we fixed the, okay, so far, so to not make it completely a shit show, so far we've made, I think we've made a lot of progress in the last few turns. We got another iridium, we got a battery pack that actually works in the camera, so we're not dying out on the battery.
Well, yeah, but it's always like 1 in, 2 out. Like,
Well, this is certainly a 1 step forward, 2 step back situation. But eventually, we'll get past the threshold of
Yeah.
worthwhile content, and hopefully somebody will fucking tune in.
Dylan's got a Type 5 stand-up, right?
He's got a what?
Do your Type 5 minutes of stand-up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, my routine.
Yeah. Do the Holiday Inn show.
Spit hot
do the
fire, yeah.
holiday, yeah, do the Holiday Inn shtick.
Right.
You know, hey folks, how's everybody?
Have I told you guys about Dick Palmer?
You guys been to the buffet? Make sure to tip your waiters and waitresses.
Well, the other thing is I can run the headphone out of one directly to that, and then run the Iridium directly into the interface.
Nobody cares.
They all have lots of faith that we'll figure it out.
I hope. Thank you for hanging in there, because I'm starting to lose a little bit of ground. I know we'll get it at some point, but right now we're just not. The problem is we're always trying to put it together at the last minute, and then we don't. It doesn't always pan out the way we'd like it to. So we'll get it. We'll get it one of these days. We just need a few hours and a few beers and just sit and figure out. But the problem is we have to go live to figure it out.
See if that sounds any better. If it's even still working. And I got nothing.
Your dark green one needs to come up.
Is it not?
So here's some
Yeah.
soothing entertainment while we watch the boys work.
This should work now.
No.
We can still get a little like just through the mic.
Why aren't we?
It's that room knob.
Now why is it so quiet though? It's always some damn thing. Does that sound any better on the stream at least? Because I'll take the cut in
This
here
right
if
here,
it'll sound
what's
better
this?
for... Huh?
What's that for?
The headphones so I can hear it.
Is it in there all the way?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm good. Everybody good? Is everybody good? Because I'm good at this point. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. We appreciate you being here, and welcome to this Saturday's edition of What the
I'm gonna take-
F are you guys
I'm
doing?
gonna take the webcam home. I'm gonna mess with this tomorrow. I'm gonna figure this out tomorrow. At least with one person. I'm gonna
Dylan's
figure
gonna
it
get
out.
his webcam site together tomorrow.
Exactly.
Is that what it's gonna
Live
be?
cam, yeah.
Dylan's gonna have his webcam.
Join me on MFC.com.
He's gonna have his live webcam all set up. That's it. It'll be on Dylan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beard coming and everything.
Right.
We did have a question.
Oh, we gotta
Okay,
go.
well,
Please,
yeah.
give us something. Holy shit, we gotta have something to salvage this shithole.
Any excitement over the new Squire Parabellum series coming out in July? That's from Terry.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. I think the Carbonita baritone looks pretty.
Oh,
pretty
okay.
interesting.
That's what I was just gonna ask you if it was the one. I thought you
Yeah,
showed
and
me
it's
that.
like, hey, we just got a bunch of shit that just got delivered from Fender, and it's like literally the day after I put an order in. So we had this stuff on order, and then I put in an order for some more stuff, and literally the day after I put that order in, that's when they basically announced the, the paranormal series or parallel universe series or whatever the hell they're
Paradiddle
calling it.
series.
Yeah, whatever they're calling that shit now. So some really cool stuff. I think that baritone Carbonita looks really good. They also have a thin line with basically Jazzmaster pickups in it. That looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And then there's some other ones, some offset stuff. They got the Cyclone. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, actually the Cyclone, isn't that Lakeside? Isn't
That's the
it?
Flying Squirrel.
What's that?
Isn't that where the flying ship is what Lakeside is?
Well, they got more. The big one, isn't that the Cyclone? No, the Cyclone was Coney Island.
Oh.
That's right. Sorry.
Okay.
I got some stuff mixed up, But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be cool. We can't order all of them because, well, we just can't. But I think we're gonna get a few of those.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
He said he likes the baritone Cambronita. He's interested in the Tornado as well too.
Sweet.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. So we do deliver to Canada, Terry. Just saying. Keep it in mind. Right. We have the capabilities, even though our website doesn't want to work for us either.
Right.
We're running into a lot of technical issues this week. It's kind of incredible. But it's okay. We're still getting stuff out.
Yeah. It's just been, it has been a little relentless on that side of things.
It's just been kind of brutal. What else do we got? Anybody? Ben, Terry, John, Bob,
Billy Bo.
Jeff, Darrell.
Oh, do you guys have the Walrus on your Stages pedal?
Oh, Ages? Isn't it Ages?
That could be
I'm pretty sure it's Ages, yeah.
I was like,
we actually do have those on the way. They're a little slower on production time right now, so I think we have those on the way, right?
yes. You did the
Mike
order,
Brody
so.
says hi, all.
It's in the works.
Yeah, it's ordered.
Well, no, because everything's like a 3 or 4 email thing, like, hey, tell me what this is before you do anything with it, and then it's like, okay, I'll see you in a couple days, or talk to you in a couple days.
Terrell says, what pedals are you going through now?
Right now, nothing.
Right now, we're going through the hell pedal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we had intended obviously to hit some of the Wren Cuff stuff today, but everything just. It's always something because it's like we had good sound last time, and then now we don't, and everything else is working.
Well, because we got extra shit in the mix now.
Yeah, but what's weird is like we had more shit going on last time. I thought.
Darrell's like, hey, see? Yeah, I'm not seeing shit.
I mean, I don't think the inputs and outputs on the board are. Well, that could be it, but that shouldn't really. That could be it, but I don't know.
I think it's it.
I'm gonna figure
I
something
think
out.
I think we got too much stuff going on. Like Dylan's gonna figure this out tomorrow, so that next week on Saturday we have a rip-roaring show for you. It's a rip-roaring shoe.
Yeah, and we'll see what Nico's doing on Wednesday and see if we can try it again too.
So basically, what he's saying is that I'm useless when it comes to this. Is what you're saying? Is that what I'm kind of reading through? And he's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is, Ike. Thanks, Dick.
I like how you just had like a one-man conversation.
Eric Williamson says, do you guys have a Contender 290? Is it much different from the Sensei's?
We do. Unfortunately, can't hear it.
Yeah. We'd love to play it for you live, but under our current situation.
Yeah, actually, this one's one of my favorites of the recent arrivals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole new set of Reverend stuff is pretty cool.
Get them, Ziggums. We also got like thousands of metalheads next door filming a live album.
Yeah. Nick, our tech, is over there running sound and recording and stuff, so.
Professor Chaos does want to know how everything's been with the whole COVID.
It's been okay. It's, obviously everybody's taking a little bit of a hit. Luckily enough, we've kind of pivoted to a little bit more online sales. Reverb's been very good to us. Selling used gear and stuff like that, and a lot more people have found us online in general, which is good. So it's not exactly what it was before, but it's enough for us to, to keep going and getting through. So it's also that, and more of that. Everybody's like, oh no! Hey, Zigaloo. Zigoots. Relax, buddy. He sounds great. Zig's got a white. Well, it's because he's got a lavalier mic on, right?
We put all the production value
And he's got
capturing Ziggies.
He's much more entertaining than we are. But yeah, the COVID thing, it worked. It's,
Sweet, it's even worse.
Now that we're open up, we're wearing masks and asking folks to sanitize their hands before they come in, stuff like that. So we're just making our way through it. Same as every other small business, is we're trying to do, the right thing for ourselves and our staff and our customers. I think that's about it. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what it is, yeah.
What's that?
I'm just unplugging, yeah, I'm like, that was it. Yeah.
Dylan's like,
Yeah.
done. He's lost all interest. Please.
Well, I tried like the one other thing I thought of that might have been causing the issue, and now it's even worse, so.
So clearly we're not going down the
Right.
Yeah, just wait till
Yeah,
tomorrow's
exactly.
live Pornhub or Dylan Hub webcast channel that he's gonna have it lit up tomorrow.
Do we have any other chat topics? I don't know.
I mean, people are talking, people are saying
Okay.
hi to each other like they always do, but not a whole lot of questions.
Okay.
We got how many people we got in there?
We got 12 right now.
Hey, 12. That's pretty good.
It is,
That's
yeah.
that's like a dozen. It's almost like a dozen.
Yeah, not quite a baker's dozen, but a dozen.
It's almost like a dozen.
Why is a baker's dozen 13? I've always wondered that. Is it so you can,
throw one in.
so you can
Because
eat
it's
one?
the extra.
Yeah.
So you just eat the extra.
Yeah, so your mother doesn't get pissed. My mother used to always send me out for 2 loaves of bread because she knew half of it was going to be gone by the time I got home.
Eating bread on the oven?
Dude, fresh Italian bread.
Well that, yeah, that. No, that's true, yeah.
Some wonderful-
I was just, that's what I was picturing too. It was like some like Oro wheat or
We
something.
never ate that shit. That was for white kids. Wonder Bread was for white kids. We're Italian. We didn't eat that shit. What? What are you looking at? What are you getting at?
I'm seeing if we had anything from last week, so.
But yeah, so where I grew up, let's see, 2 blocks down was a bakery, Ricardo's Bakery.
Oh, okay. That's
So we
pretty
used
cool.
to just walk down there, and it would, I could still, man, that place, it's like burned in my brain. But they used to have like the
Oh, no,
pizza. It was just wrapped in, cellophane, wrapped in plastic wrap on the counter, just all day long, just sitting there. Like nowadays, I don't think you can do that anymore,
Yeah.
right?
No, I mean, wasn't the idea. I guess they just hoped somebody would buy it before it went bad, I guess. But.
Well, it didn't go bad. It was like cheese and acidic tomatoes and bread. Like you ever eat pizza the next day after you like left it out on the counter? Okay, I guess I'm the only one then.
Professor Kid asked
Come on.
that you need to start selling your own bread and red sauce out of the store. So.
Has he ever
Actually, it would
tried
be
it?
pretty cool.
I wonder if he's ever tried it. If we ever gave Ben any.
I'm not sure. Probably not.
I could. I'd have to the bread thing though. I'd have to figure it out for the altitude.
Yeah, you
'Cause
got.
I haven't really
trial
ever,
runs of that.
Yeah, I haven't really ever experienced. I tried to make bread once. So if you try to make bread at altitude, you have to adjust all sorts of things.
Yeah, even the salt you have to adjust.
Yeah. So I tried it once and it came out like I was like, oh wow, this would be great if I could just make.
Like it was consuming itself. It was just. Eating
No, it was
itself.
like it needed I could have made 2 more dozen and then had a nice walking path.
Oh.
In the front of the house. This shit was hard as a rock.
I remember,
and it was like one of the only times I've ever pulled something out of from cooking it and going, oh, and literally it came out of the oven and right into the trash. It was effed beyond repair, and I was like, okay, well that didn't work.
Well, it's funny because it goes the other way too. Like if you're here long enough, and if you learn how to cook up here and you go somewhere else, it's just because I remember when we went down, or like we went to Washington the first time, my mom tried making a cake, and like the cake literally started like there was a black hole in the center of the cake, and it was just disappearing further and further into the center of the cake.
Yeah, you definitely got to cook some stuff different here than you do, but like red sauce, I mean, he's had it.
Yeah, that was great.
He's ruined now for any other Italian red sauce. It just happens. We know how to cook that stuff.
Alright, we got any other topics or anything? I don't know when we want to roll till. I was figuring 5:30ish, but since things didn't go as planned.
The chat is super happy today.
Okay.
Yeah, we have been struggling for a full 30 seconds.
Alright. Well, I don't want to necessarily cut those guys off too if they're having fun chatting with each other, which is the norm. So
This Strat.
it does sound pretty great.
This is dangerous.
You like it with the Palfaro on there too, instead of maple?
I don't mind the Palfaro. It's just pale rosewood.
We did have a comment that ragu is pretty delicious.
Ugh.
We might have a war starting here.
Ragu? Come on, who said that? Ben? It had to be Coombs.
It wasn't cool.
No.
Really? Come on. Ragu. That's
Ragu, yeah.
That's like Taco Bell. It's like the Taco Bell of freaking Italian food. Oh, it's this
No.
fucking guy.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I should have
I know,
He's just ripping him a new
We got to remember that he's all stealthy over there.
Exactly.
Zip, 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 zip. Our friend Darrell is here. He brought me cannolis. So today, and he's breaking our.
At least
he's
I know
breaking
that'll
our
make me
nuts.
happy after all this.
Ragu. I'll bring you some. I'll bring you some next time I make some sauce at home. I'll put some aside for you, bro. And then you'll be room 2.
Yeah, like I don't even know if Ragu's like the great value version of
Ragu is
spaghetti
the worst
sauce.
shit of all time. It's terrible. And it's just sauce isn't that tough to make. Like
Well,
in
yeah, but they
general,
don't even try with that one. Like they
They put a lot of sugar and bullshit in it.
Well, to me, that's the Ragu's almost like thickened tomato soup.
Yeah, well they put oregano in it, and it's like bleh. Oregano is shit.
Yeah, why? Yeah,
Oregano doesn't mean it's Italian. Just so everybody knows, we don't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. That
garlic
don't-
and basil. Right?
Yeah, you don't put it in sauce. You don't put it. You use it a little bit with pizza, or with vegetables. Some stuff with.
I thought, yeah, or
But you don't put it in regular red sauce. At least nobody that I know, any self-respecting Italian American, never put. I've never.
No, I
seen
see.
oregano.
I feel like oregano crops up more in like some of the stuff just north of Italy, like
It's
some
just
of
too
those,
pungent.
like
It's too
goulash
earthy.
and some of those odd like dishes. I think that's where I feel like it pops up more.
We just never.
I just
used
don't
it.
know, like, because you're right. In America, it does seem like it's always included, like Olive Garden. Even they go nuts with the oregano shit. It's like
It's
it's
awful.
all yeah.
That's why Olive Garden sucks.
Right.
That's why the commercial. Oh, my Italian grandfather would smash me in the face if I said, "Look, we're going to Olive Garden." Anthony, we're gonna go where? We're gonna go where?
What's wrong with your friend? Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong? Anthony, what's wrong with you, friend? That's my grandmother on my dad's side. We went over there once with my buddy Tommy, and my grandma. Okay, so here's story time. Quick story about my grandmother. So it was about just coming back from college, first semester, and I picked up my buddy Tommy, and we went over to my grandmother's house. And so my grandmother's like, "Oh, Anthony, you guys want something to eat?" And I go, "Yeah, I've been eating shitty food in a cafeteria. I didn't realize that they ever made food that bad." And that was the first time in my life that I ever realized that food could be as awful as it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and so I'm just can't wait to have my grandmother's, and she's cooking up all sorts. She's got mushrooms and peas. And then, Anthony, you want some donuts? You want some donuts?
Donuts.
You want some donuts? And I go, yeah, donuts. And so she brings out, there's a pile of donuts in a plate. And then she's got every pan cooking, and it's like, within a minute, you see nothing, because she had, all the Italian ladies had the same getup. They had like an apron on.
Yeah.
Next thing you know,
like
it's just like this blue apron of
flurry. Yeah.
yeah, it's just fuzzy. And next thing you know, it's just me and Tommy. And there's a whole table full of food that she made for us. And so my grandmother goes, "Hey Tommy, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And Tommy goes, "Oh no, I'm not hungry. I just ate." And she looks at him, and she looks at me. And at this point, she's disregarded the fact that he's even alive. And she goes, "But Anthony, what's wrong with you, friend?" like he's like all of a sudden he doesn't even exist anymore.
Not worth even acknowledging.
Yeah. Anthony, what is wrong with you, friend? And I go, Jesus Christ, Tommy, what are you doing, bro? Tommy's Italian.
Oh, you should know better for
I
sure.
go,
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing? You got 8. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll have some. And then, and then the floodgates open. And by the time we were done eating, we're just, I think we were both going to die. But there was so much food. There was enough food to feed the whole block.
Wow.
And it was just me and Tommy. But that's kind of, yeah.
That must be like an old school thing for sure. Because I remember I wasn't around my great grandma very much, but like they have similar stories about her, like with fried chicken. But she would like literally go outside, kill the chicken, prepare the whole thing, and have it ready like within an hour.
I think my grandmother actually killed the raviolis.
Yeah.
She single-handedly went out and shot the raviolis in the backyard and boiled them right up in front of us. It was,
Well, it was funny
quite
because
gruesome.
Well, I remember like my grandpa
They're
had
organic free range.
My grandpa had this weird idea to get chickens one year, and he was going to raise them, and it just didn't work out. So my grandma somehow ended up taking care of them. But what I didn't know at that point was beforehand, her and her mom, in order to get through the Depression, had raised chickens, and because it was basically her mom and all of her sisters were way younger than her. So my grandma was kind of like almost like a second mom to the other sisters. And so I had no idea like how crazy good my grandma was with like killing a chicken and like frying it and the whole thing. And it was like no time had passed. Like those little chickens just disappeared one after another. But she fried up all of them. It was very surprising. Like I had no idea how quick she was, and then she told me like the whole thing. I was like, okay, that makes more sense now. But
I remember when I was a kid, my grandfather. So in Rochester, there's a public market, and so they had everything, and it was great because it was a bunch of old Italians yelling at each other, selling shit out of the back of a truck, and it's still there. They still do it. It's awesome. My grandfather was like, he was a wee Sicilian guy, like 5'5".
mm-hmm.
Granted, I was a little kid, so I didn't really notice it, but he wasn't a very big guy, and he used to. I remember going when I was a little kid with him to the market, and he would just go back and forth and back and forth. Maybe that's why I do pretty good with it now myself.
Oh, yeah.
But it was always just a kind of a negotiation with that. And I remember once he brought home ducks. He had ducks,
okay,
and we kept them in the shed. And so I'd go feed the ducks. And then, one day the ducks were gone. But the night before we had chicken.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this really tasty, greasy chicken.
Right. And what did I know until I got older and I realized that
you ate the ducks.
We ate the damn ducks, but they never told me.
That was probably for the best, though. That's one of those things, like, as a kid, you don't always recover from correctly.
Yeah, I probably didn't need to know that we.
Yeah, because you probably named them, like, Gary and Dave and all these other funny names.
Where's Gary? Where the hell's Gary? Where's Gary and Mr. Quack?
Where's Louie?
Where the hell is he?
You guys want to talk about that while you're on the Wren Cuff?
I think we'll save that because we can't
save
play
it till we
it.
can
Yeah,
plug
it's
it
like
in.
one of those things like, hey, you guys can sniff this cake, but you can't have any of it.
Right, you can look at all this good stuff, but nah,
Yeah, we'll try this again, I guess, next week. I'm going to try to figure this out, though. I'm going to try to mess with it tomorrow. And
here's the thing. If Dylan doesn't get the live stream, you tell me if this is an incentive. If he doesn't get the live stream together for next week and it sounds good in audio, he gets to give away one of his guitars.
How does that work?
I like how you
It's a good incentive. Because that way you're going to be like, oh shit, I got to give one away. Oh no.
Just giggles.
Well, I'll give it to him and take it right back, but
It's an incentive. All you got to do is get the thing right, and then nothing happens. See?
well, we'll see how physically able they are to keep it.
It's like, do I have to wear a mask coming in? Yeah, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, it's, yeah.
Okay. Okay. That was the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Dylan is going to have this.
I'm going to
It's going to be supercharged next week.
Yeah.
What do
Well, I hope so. But no, I'm going to, I'm
warp
at least
speed,
going to get...
Dylan. Warp speed
Yeah.
this thing.
Well, I'm going to at least get one of them set up to where we have good audio and figure that out with the vocal part of it, but I'm going to figure something out.
He's going to get one that works.
Well, no, we're gonna start with one setup and at least prove that we can
his
get
sound will
that.
sound great.
Yeah,
Mine will
exactly.
sound like a pile of shit.
It'll just be dummy. Like nothing.
Yeah, I got
actually
my
get plugged
side
in.
like set.
Yeah.
My side's all set. Like, oh boy, does that sound like a real.
Just has the LED.
Mm.
You're like, oh, I really like these.
No,
lights.
you got it. It's you don't have headphones on. That's why you can't hear it.
Right.
You can't hear because there's no headphones.
The frequencies are too high. You just can't quite. Yeah.
You're getting old, Ike. Can't hear it. It's too high.
Oh yeah, like yesterday, there's not enough treble.
Oh.
No, that was insane. This guy comes in yesterday. He was fine, like he was fine getting customer, but it was just funny because like we got all the pedals back, and anything that was related to high frequencies was just dimed. Dimed on the amp, dimed on the pedals, the presence, dimed, everything dimed.
And we got a couple guys that have been playing for a long time.
Yeah,
Many,
the
many
no
years.
earplug or the no earplug crowd.
Yeah, the old school guys that have been playing in front of amplifiers for years and years. And it's like, hey, dude, good to see you. Hey, Ike, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going, buddy? Yeah,
It is kind of funny that
yeah,
way. Yeah.
those guys have no top end. There's no high frequencies left.
Yeah. Well, and they don't really realize that you're talking to them unless you're looking directly at them
Yeah.
with your mouth.
Driddle finally made it out.
No, hey, Driddle.
What's up, Driddle?
How's your project guitar going?
He said he's been making templates in the backyard all day.
Sweet. So he's
Sweet.
plugging away. How's Montana right now? I bet because I always feel like if it's bad here, like if we have shit weather here, it's gonna be even worse there because it usually blows down that way.
Going down to Montana. Montana.
Hell no,
Montana. It's a work in progress. I'm getting there. I haven't really quite worked the bridge out yet, but I'm getting there. It's coming along.
Themes of Montana are going.
With your big sky, Montana. Something like that.
5:30 now.
Alright. Well, unless you guys got another thrilling topic to bring up, we might call it a wrap and try this again next week.
Driddle says the weather isn't so bad. Should be storms tonight. Not real hot, but it's windy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we got the shit of it today, that's for sure.
Yeah, we just had a huge windstorm kind of blow through. I think we were good now, but man, it got,
Well, it was
got
weird.
hairy for a little bit.
Yeah, because at first I thought it was mostly rain, and that was not correct. It was mostly sand and dirt when I went out there that first time. It was
Oh,
like being in
it's
a
so dry.
sandblaster for
yeah.
a second.
I remember being in Phoenix, and the first time I ever got caught in like a sand
Mm-hmm.
storm thing, and I'm like, I'm in a Jeep, no top,
Mm.
and I'm seeing this
Oh,
wall
yeah, I think you
of,
told me.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
this
seeing
way.
this wall of dirt coming at me. I'm like, oh shit!
Like
Yeah.
the mummy. Just
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty crazy. And I remember trying to figure out how do I put a misting system in my Jeep. Like I wanted to figure out how to get it
like basically a swamp cooler, but in your Jeep.
Yeah, like get a little tank and then run the stuff on the sidebars on the roll cage, so that when I stopped at a light, because it was like it's like 145 degrees.
Could be like
It's
those.
ridiculous. And then I could hit a button. And it's like
Could be like those things in the supermarket, for the vegetables with the.
oh the little
with the storm.
that would have been
That would have been cool.
have it tied into
Yeah.
the radio.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty rad. Maybe we'll do that for the Van of Doom.
That'd be pretty
That would be
cool.
the horn. What if we make that the horn?
Just-
The horn is like a just
Thunder.
thunderstorm.
That would be
good.
cool.
That'd be awesome.
That is a good sounding Strat though. That is for sure.
It plays nice. The
Yeah.
neck is really nice too.
That's been like the one good audio part of this evening at least.
This S1 switch is pretty sweet. It's pretty nifty.
I find though, at least when I talk to people that have the S1 switch, they just leave it on. It seems like almost
Yeah,
all
but
of
you're
them just
getting
leave it
two
on.
really nice.
Yeah.
You're getting two really nice different tones.
Yeah, because it's nice and mellow and kind of creamy, and then you hit that and it's got a little more snap to it.
This has got that.
Yeah.
right, I think that's it. Now that we've explained all the nuances of
All of our failures.
right. We're just gonna fail up though. That's what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Well, that is success,
failing
right?
up.
Is just failing upward.
Right. We're gonna.
You just
we're gonna,
success is just
We're
failing.
gonna do
and-
it. We're gonna fail, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
do it again and fail up.
Right.
With just So that's it. Within
There you go. There's
two, possibly 3 years,
there's a flip
this
side
is gonna
sticker.
be squared up. This is gonna be great.
There's a flip side sticker. Failing up since 2015 or 2014.
It'll be
failing up
It'll be
since-
on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Failing up since. Well, people have messed that up like feeling up though, so maybe we don't do that.
Yeah.
I think the really important thing is that this is all Dylan's fault.
Yeah, tonight I'll take it tonight.
This is going to severely impact Dylan's eligibility for this month's employee of the month contest.
We make him stay in his cage extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 57-month streak is
Yeah, it's in peril right now. It's in terrible peril.
Everybody says gray shows, Stacy.
Thanks everybody for hanging out with us and getting through the madness.
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
So
Still ended up fun. So
Yeah, that still ended up pretty good.
yeah.
So all right, we'll catch you guys on the flip side next time around with better stuff.
Yeah. Failing upward.
Yeah.
All the time.
Peace.